What's up? What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
Your boys are back. The spot where the news brings you the news. Listen, everybody, before we even start, you got to tap in, subscribe, and all that shit. But just so you know, this wasn't going to happen, but we make it happen. I'm not going to get into details, but just know you got dedicated motherfuckers on deck. And I didn't want to curse off the grip so we don't get flagged, but fuck it on this time. But
Too
anyway.
late.
Exactly, too late. But what's up, everybody? We are back. Another episode. We have a good one. Where, if you haven't heard, I've been blasting it. We're releasing that new fucking Furia 5 single. We're gonna have that later on, but stay tuned. There's more shit. We have before that, but make sure you tap in, hit that link. Hit the link. It takes you to where you gotta go. The link tree takes you to the fucking Patreon, the YouTube channel, the everything. So make sure to subscribe and keep it moving. The family's getting bigger, and the network is getting fucking more solid as we fucking speak. And that's the plan, to have a new world programming, our world type programming, where anything is fucking what do you call it? Welcome, basically. So shout out to everybody tapping in. Busky. Well, for everybody who don't know, we just came back from the Black and Blue Hooligan Weekend in Jacksonville. It was the first time it hit Florida, and I actually was just with Busky hours ago. I guess, When was that? How many days ago? What day is it? I don't even know.
Would have been day before yesterday now.
Yeah, so basically, if you haven't heard, it was the Hooligan Holiday. My brother Rico and everybody, a lot of the brothers, my brother Rico been doing it for many years. He basically spins hardcore, old school soul, you name it. He's one of the best DJs of that, and basically he's usually connected to some type of show. And it's always been in Kansas City, and it finally made its way to Florida. And the turnout was great. Yeah. I was actually surprised about the turnout. I was happy because that's how it should be. And but the venue, Jacksonville came through.
Yeah, shout out to Mikey Tirado, Justin, all the dudes down there in Jacksonville that put it on. It was a great show. For anybody that didn't know, it was Marauder featuring Minus. They did all the original, Minus songs, the demo, a couple of other younger, cooler bands. So yeah, definitely an awesome turnout. And the
venue was cool. And again, a real good turnout. And I gotta say, and I only gotta say so, not just because Minus is my brother. And it was probably one of the best times I've heard them.
Yeah.
The Minus was great. I'm glad Minus stepped his shit up from the last time they played, but the band is on some next level shit. Sounded tight as fuck. I mean, I was fucking blown away by the band and happy because with a band like Marauder, you can't be half-assed. Marauder ain't a field band. That shit's like technical. It's got to be tight, solid. Yeah. You know what I mean? And Gator had told me those were some of the Rhythm of Fear guys. So shout out to Rhythm of Fear. It made sense. Those guys are killers, And
that's what I was just going to say. As much as we consider Marauder, a hardcore band in our world, they're really a fucking metal band.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's great to hear, metal guys like Rhythm and Fear, pulling that off because it gives it that extra metal edge that it really
that it needed
and has.
And from hardcore dudes, because they all hardcore guys too, they always want that thrash shit. And again, everybody stay tuned, and we're gonna be airing some footage from it, and you could hear it. The band was tight, the sound was tight, execution, everything, and it was good to see that Minus didn't drink a bottle of fucking whiskey before the show, so I was glad he was able to fucking kill it. But definitely, I was, again, great venue, great spot. Everybody took care of everybody. The vibe was dope. I drove up with Gator Food for everybody out there, 5 hours. For everybody who don't know, I'm gonna talk some shit real quick. I just moved. And literally, I had to sweep up the last debris of my house. And I said, wait a minute, let's see. I can't make it to this show. It's too far. I wrapped it up quick. It was around 3 o'clock. I hit up Gator Food. I said, wait a minute. I think we got time. Let's make this shit. We can't let this shit fly. The fam is in town, and we got to get this footage. Boom. Here you go. Just like that, we were up in Jacksonville, and I'm glad we made the trip. A lot of great bands. You're gonna see the footage later. But yeah, Busky, it was dope. I was good to see everybody down here too. You know, a lot of people made the
100%.
trip from up north. So
Yeah,
shout out to the fam, everybody who came out. And yeah, what else we got? Let's see what's crack-a-lacking on the home front over here.
Hell yeah. What are we
First up.
kicking off? Hardcore for Pits, number 5.
Yes. Brick City Rescue. Where's that? Crossroads. What's that say? Crossroads what?
Crossroads, Garwood, New Jersey.
Garwood. That's what it is. Garwood, New Jersey. March 5th, 1 p.m. Featuring the OGs, Underdog. If you haven't heard the last podcast I did with fucking Richie Underdog, go check that out. Smoking Word Podcast. Ice Cold Killers. Shout out to the fam, Long Island in the house. Yep. Damage Done. I haven't heard of them, but that's a cool ass name. Rest Assured and more. We did one of these a couple of years back, and who don't fucking love dogs? If you don't love dogs, you're a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean? So like, you know, like, I can understand if you don't like a cat, by the way, but no, shout out to all you cat motherfuckers. But I'm a dog guy. You know, we dogs.
I am too. Dogs all the way.
You know, exactly. We're dog dudes. And again, you know, also like hardcore people, like hardcore guys and gals. We're like pit bulls. We got a bad rap because, you know, we just happen to be a little bit harder and tougher than the average. You know what I mean? But we relate, but we're also the protectors and the most loyal type of people. So shout out to all you fucking pit bulls. But all right, who else? So what we got? Crossroads, hardcore. The flyer's dope.
Yep.
Whoever did the flyer.
March 5th, 2023. Seems like there's an art show and a supply drive, raffles going on, big nice event. BrickCityRescue.com. You can get tickets at xxroads.com.
Yeah, so, definitely go support that shit. Again, anything for the animals, you know. Anything we could do, and all you motherfuckers out there, you could feel like you cleaned some of your karma out. You know, it's like putting that money in the collection plate. Fuck those fucking priests. You could do it to the dogs because they're definitely gonna get it.
And shout out to Underdog. You know, like you said, you just had Richie on the Smoking Word. I recently just saw them in Brooklyn with some other awesome bands. So shout out to Underdog. They're killing it. They always sound great, you know, and those songs are amazing. You know, I haven't seen them in a while. And to hear them play those songs live, they really are just a classic, you know, fucking awesome, one-of-a-kind band. So definitely check this out. Support them and the pit bulls while you're at it.
Yeah, for sure. You know, one thing I love about Underdog, too, when they do these shows, it ain't on, like, trying to ride some hype shit. They play when they want to pop up and play, and they do their thing and not try to gas it as the big reunion comeback. It's just, hey, we want to play some shows or, like, and they just do it. So shout out to them. Shout out to all of them. Russ, fucking Rich, Underdog, fucking skateboards and all that good shit.
Hell yeah.
And and on that podcast, I fucking claimed the first fucking hip hop break on a recorded hardcore track, New York hardcore track, or any hardcore track, period. So I call that shit anyway.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, because that shit always was in my head. I go, that had to be the first break. Like record it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
But we got some shit for you metalheads. We got the OGs. This is a fucking crazy ass tour. We got Obituary, fucking Florida's finest, fucking back with Immolation. Those motherfuckers been around for 100 years too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Blood Incantation and Ingrown. Well, let me tell you about Ingrown. I had one the other day.
I got a couple right now. What do you mean? I'm in Florida. Are you kidding me?
I got a new band to open for this bill. It's called Chafe. We got Chafe open up for Ingrown. And then we got fucking Itchy Balls right before Blood Incantation. But no, but on the real.
Yeah.
Where's this shit going? Hold on.
This looks like a nice little U.S. banger, you know, starting in North Carolina.
Oh my God, it goes everywhere, you know.
Everywhere, yeah.
East Coast City. Yep, all the way up Boston, Toronto, Montreal, Chicago. It makes its way to Omaha. Listen, Salt Lake, Colorado, California, Texas. God damn it, and it ends in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep.
God damn, yo. First of all, I want to give a big applause to Obituary, who has been murking it not only I think they just got like they were getting like recognition for like best new metal record and all these other accolades, which they, again, to have OGs who, and especially now in this day and age when you don't know how the lay of the land is gonna react to, you know, old structures. You know what I mean?
Yep.
To see them doing good and maybe probably on one of their best runs in a very, very long time, it's refreshing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's good and deserved. The OGs deserve it. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
you know, and they deserve to play these clubs and pack them out and have fucking metal the way metal should be. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Like, fucking a
That
room
new
full of
record's
metal.
yeah, doing that new record's amazing. You know, it's really good. It's very obituary without being, you know, without being just a boring repetition of the previous stuff. You know, they've done an
Yeah.
amazing job of keeping it classic obituary time and time again. And this record just delivers on all of that. And like you said, you know, Immolation's been around forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the name alone, the logo, it's amazing to see it still working, still going. And then you've got these two newer, you know, bands, Blood Incantation and Ingrown, who are just, you know, equally as vicious on the way up. And it's just cool. It's a perfect, like we always say, it's a perfect blending of old and new. And it makes perfect sense every time, you know, we say that. And it's true. It's awesome to see this.
Yeah, and again, man, I'm even surprised, not just surprised, but like in the best ways, and I'm psyched for them because they're getting a lot of props.
Yeah,
and it's again they're one of the bands that should, because they stuck out in the sauce. They always did. They always sounded different than everybody else, and they're still doing it their thing. You know, it's because of bands like this that a band like Celtic Frost will still be not forgotten about in the history books, because you know some of that DNA's in Obituary, and Celtic Frost is one of the greats that I feel is getting forgotten about in heavy music. So rest in peace, Martin Ames. Shout out to Celtic Frost also. But a fucking Obituary, go catch them, you fucking metalhead motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
But and a little tidbit history. Oh, there was a couple of bands, metal bands, that were coming the height of New York hardcore skins, that all the skinheads would come out to, and Obituary was one of them. Obituary and Slayer, those were the two bands where all the skins would come out to.
Yeah,
you know, that's when it was. Then you could show your true metalhead colors.
Yeah,
and not front like. Yeah, but shout out to
anyone
them.
that's never seen this, go to YouTube and look up Obituary Chopped in Half and watch that video. It's phenomenal. You'll see some of the most amazing live show footage.
Yeah,
and it looks, you know, it looks bananas. It's like a horror show. You know, these guys were living our lifestyles, totally hardcore, stage diving, moshing, the whole nine, and it was all just meds in leather jackets, and you know, it's brutal. It's amazing. So check that out on YouTube if no one's ever seen it. It's amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to them. And that's my joint, by the way, Chopped in Half.
Yeah, Chopped in Half.
And we got some other shit. This is some fucking really. I just heard this news a little bit ago, but now I see the fucking lineup. So I had heard that Jamie had acquired the Milwaukee Metal Fest, and I was like, first of all, that's dope, because, you know, Hatebreed, White Trash, Milwaukee, what goes better? What better combination than that? No, but shout out to Milwaukee. But on the real, Hatebreed came up playing the Metal Fest a lot. You know what I mean? And wow, I heard he picked it up. I said, who better than fucking, you know, Jamie, a guy who loves the music, who lives the music. And then when I saw this fucking lineup, holy shit.
No, it's perfect. You know, it's perfect. That's one of the name, you know, the festival. When you think about festivals, growing up, for me at least, this is one of the festivals. There wasn't a lot of festivals back then. You know that. You know what I mean? They were very far and few between. Not like, you know, it is today, where every week there's a fest. So, you know, when these festivals popped up yearly, you know, they became very recognizable names. And this was one of the first ones I remember from my era of coming up in music, was this Milwaukee Metal Fest. And every year it was like this. It was just slammed, packed with the most amazing metal bands. And then it disappeared. And I'm like, how does that fest disappear? Because it was so massive and so huge and so important. But I think it was just that, you know, the change, the turning of the tides musically. Metal wasn't as, you know, whatever popular. It's clearly coming back. It's come back over the past decades. But whatever, it's great, like you said, to see somebody like Jamie pick this thing up and resurrect it, because it's a legendary classic name in the metal hardcore community.
Yeah, we
And
actually played this many years ago, and crazy. Again, everybody had fucking played it. I think the year we played it was like even the Misfits was like on one of those earlier runs.
Yep.
But May 26th, 27th, 28th. Start from the bottom and up, Busky. What's it started? What's that right there? Let's go.
Frozen Soul, Sangasugabog. Notice how they actually put the name of the band under the logo.
They're smart. You know why? They must have been listening to the show and say, "Yo, these dumb these old motherfuckers got with their readers. They can't see shit."
Yeah, but Macabre after that.
Wow.
Jungle Rot.
Love that name, Jungle Rot, because that's what. Speaking of ingrowns, Florida.
Speaking of Florida,
sweaty balls, Jungle Rot. Let's go.
Totally. Another Blood Incantation. Gate Creeper.
They're grinders.
Hope. Broken Hope, which is real cool to see. Misery Index.
Wow.
Goat Whore. Violence.
Yeah. I wonder. They can, because Rob from Machine Head was in Violence. I wonder.
Yeah, he's out. It's Phil, the guitar player.
Okay.
Still.
Oh, he's still in that. Okay, that was his shit anyway. So.
Yep, and the original singer too, Sean, I think his name is. So
it
definitely has that classic Violence, sound still.
All right.
Terror, Crowbar, Immolation again, the Halo Effect, Fear Factory.
Wow.
After the Burial, fucking the almighty COC.
Hard.
Dying Fetus, Shadows Fall, Obituary, Black Dahlia, great to see. Dark Angel, Napalm Death, Suicidal, Anthrax, and Lamb of God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And a partridge in a pear tree. It's like fucking. You just named every motherfucker.
Well, there's even more. Yeah, that was just like the logos. There's even more under that. There's Defeated Sanity, Dying Wish, On Death. There's plenty more even ingrowns on this also.
Jesus.
So no, there's even more on top of that. Those are just the logo names. So no, it's definitely stacked and packed. So
and also an OG out of the American Metal Fest that that was one of the hard hitters at the time. Everything wasn't just Ozfest. This one was this one was grimier. This one had the big dogs, but also would get the the newer bands. But before Ozfest was trying to mix more punk and hardcore bands, Milwaukee Metal Fest always did that. Always had a mix of shit. So shout out to Milwaukee and. Fuck Jeffrey Dahmer, by the way. He was eating people across the street.
Yeah, right? At the rave. That's where this shit's going down, yeah.
Yeah, that's the rave, right? Still at the rave. Eagles Club, yeah.
Yep.
Shout out to
MilwaukeeMetalFestival.com. Grab some tickets, because I'm sure it's going to sell out. And I'm not sure if this is even a full lineup. I mean, it's
enough.
It's enough, yeah. So if there's even more to be announced, it's even better. So definitely get on that.
Hell yeah, and shout out to Jamie for having to pay all these motherfuckers. All right.
What up, Shanny? Right?
I always say that when I see those rap shows with all the rappers, like 20, I go, good luck when you got to pay these motherfuckers and the club's half full.
Yeah.
All right.
Some people better hit martyrstore.net and pick up some shit.
Yeah, right. And what else we got? Oh, we got fucking New England, some of New England OGs. And my brother Mikey Mike on motherfucking drums. We got fucking Boston. Well, I don't know if they say they're from Boston, but Massachusetts owned Unearth. And I say Unearth with an F because that's just how I do. But Unearth got a new song, The Wretched. Say that word, please.
Ruinous.
The Ruinous, everybody. I got my GED if you forgot. Available on streaming everywhere. Go to Spotify. First of all, let me just say this. Unearth, since they weren't doing nothing for a minute, now they're everywhere. Yeah. And shout out to them because they literally are probably, in the last month, they're going to hit every continent. You know what I mean? Like, last time I talked to Mike and seen they were in Australia, they were going to Asia, and then Mikey's meeting us this Thursday in the UK. So,
grinding, man.
Yeah, for sure. But Unearth is doing a lot of stuff. I know they hit the Europe circuit hard. Australia looked really good. And again, man, they seem to have a different energy now, like a energy like they seem psyched to be playing Not that they weren't before, but they seem excited.
Yeah.
So
No, they're an awesome band. I know we talked about them once before, and I had a band years ago that came out. Their first record came out at pretty much the same time our record did, and obviously that band of mine is long gone, and these guys aren't. So it's a testament that you put in the work, you work hard, and your band will have longevity, and you'll fucking make fans, and you can come back 20 years later, have a put out a new single, and people will pick up on it and pay attention. And these guys put in the work for years and years and years. So it's cool to see them back. I listened to the single actually a bunch because it's a cool song. It's Unearthed, and it's a total throwback to what you would expect them to have sounded like, prior to going on hiatus or whatever they did. But I look forward to hearing the whole record if there's another record to come out of them, because this song is very on par with Unearthed. So
I haven't checked this song out, but I know I want to check it out. But I know I've been talking with Mikey, so I don't know what there's. But I got the little 411. But I think there's gonna be some new music popping up. It's just I guess figuring out how the shit's getting rolled out. But
good.
They're grinding. They're fucking really working that shit. So shout out to Unearthed, the Wretched. Go check that shit out. Spotify, support it. Hit those. It's very important to hit these. If again, Bandcamp is the best, I guess, out of all this. But likes, subscribing, and commenting, all that goes very far in this internet world. So if you're tapping in, make sure to tap out for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what else we got? What we got here? Oh,
we
go.
Oh yeah, your boys here.
Oh yeah, we got some hard corner alumni over here.
Yes.
We got, first of all, this is Gator Food's favorite band, by the way, because I get the latest 411 on these guys straight from, not from Russia, but straight from Gator Food.
Straight from Gator Food.
Yeah, fucking Slaughter to Prevail, the headlining fucking tour dates. I heard about these motherfuckers a week ago, it feels like. But I got to say this, I don't know how, the history before, finding them. But when I did, I said it since we covered them. These motherfuckers are hard.
Yeah.
The style is dope. They could play. I haven't seen them live, but I'm not a gimmick guy with the mask, but I kind of fuck with how they do it.
I like it. I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it in a way, and I guess maybe because Homeboy got points for fighting the bear.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but I kind of fuck with this version of what it is, and the music is really dope. Well, at least the tracks that I've heard were like, not even that I thought they were cool, like I thought they were really dope, like just groove shit. And I tell you, Russians don't get enough credit for that ass shaking shit, but they got it in there.
Yeah, no, they do for sure.
They got it in there. There's a little something. They got that little. They hide it under the fucking that iron curtain face, but behind there they got some shit. So shout out to Slaughter to Prevail. Again,
maybe that's why they have the masks, because that iron curtain face is
exactly. Face. I used to say that. I used to say that I used to call it because I used to say that back in the day. I used to call it Eastern Bloc Grill, because they were like beautiful women, but they used to have these faces that they looked like they wanted to kill me. So I was like, that's that Eastern Bloc Grill. So shout out to all you Eastern Bloc Grills out there. But shout out to Slaughter to Prevail on the real for killing it. And I'm actually, if we're in town, Gator, we're gonna go catch these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's cool to see. They're hitting Tampa, Jacksonville, Virginia, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, a little bit of the Midwest. So they'll be out there. Definitely check them out. I don't think there's too many Russian, metal or hardcore bands that really make it over here. So, and, they have a very cool American sound in a way. It's got that Slipknot vibe.
Yep.
So I could see it definitely working well in the States, and especially in these areas. So definitely check that out, because they're, like you said, they're a cool band, and I never knew shit about him until you showed me the video of him fighting the bear,
Yeah.
I've listened to it, not a lot, but when I listened to it, and it's cool. It's definitely different. It's, it's a refreshing,
definitely a cool take. Again, I fuck with that groove shit, and they seem to hit it. The aesthetics, I fuck with it.
Yeah.
And, and fair ones with a bear. You got, what you could say about it,
you can't
homeboy.
go
We
wrong with
respect
that.
that.
Yeah.
And speaking about bears, we got bears and gorilla biscuits over here. What we got? So we got. Shout out to Peter, by the way. No, not shout out to Peter. I'm just saying, since we're talking about animals, I don't even know what those motherfuckers are about. I'm gonna have all you motherfuckers flip on me now for a shot. Basically, shout out to Gorilla Biscuits since we're on the animals, since we're talking about bears and whatnot. Gorilla Biscuits are fucking back, Busky, and let them know where.
Oh man. Well, they got a bunch of ones coming up, and this is a new one that just announced at where's this guy? In Atlantic City, April 29th at the Anchor Rock Club.
That's dope,
City.
man.
Yeah.
That's a dope flyer.
Yep.
And an AC, and that's gonna be a dope. That would be it's gonna be a cool show for some reason. I can see that just being a cool show because it ain't a common place for a hardcore show.
Yep.
And you could bring, since Gorilla Biscuits are safe, you could bring them to these, but have a real hardcore show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
It's good to sneak them in, get them in there with Gorilla Biscuits, and then, motherfuckers all over the place. But we got Painted Black, Gel's doing their thing, and Painted Black I haven't heard for a minute. I'm wondering if that's the same band that was around before.
I believe so. Dan Yemin, who was in Lifetime, he's in Painted Black, and they are actually from New Jersey area. So I would imagine it's that same band. And they were fucking killer, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And Gel, they've been doing their thing, and I never heard of Good Times, but I love that name now.
Yeah.
I think of hey. Oh no, that was what's happening? Wrong show. Good Times is with Dynamite.
JJ Dynamite.
Dynamite. Yeah. Wrong show, but fuck it. And Off the Tracks, I never heard of them, but fucking cool ass flyer, especially since it's being an AC. Dirty Jersey's getting some treats, man. New Fury singles, fucking Gorilla Biqui. What else you want?
Yeah. No, it's dope. Tickets are on sale now, also. So I would imagine you might want to grab those. And speaking of the flyer, I don't know if anyone's been paying attention to this stuff, but there's a guy out there whose name is Simon. I think it's Trip Coney, an English guy. He's been taking a lot of old flyers from, say, like the 80s, 90s, and flipping them and redesigning them and putting them up on his Instagram. So there's a ton of these awesome old classic flyers of lineups that we know, and he sort of redesigns them and puts them up on his page. He's the guy that designed this, but definitely check out his Instagram too, because he's an awesome flyer designer. And that's One Trick Pony if you look him up on Instagram. And so shout out to him. I just want to give him a shout out too, because he's been putting out a lot of, we talk a lot about the artwork and the flyers. Sure. This is one of the kings right now, this guy Simon. So check him out too.
Yeah,
and tickets.
Yeah, and for sure, everybody getting into this culture, if you're new into this culture, remember that's a big part of it. It was like hip hop is the elements, was breakdancing, graffiti, and rapping. And hardcore, a lot of it had to do with artwork too. It was the artwork. It was, the style of dancing, the style of dress, how you walk, talk, same thing. But flyers are huge, as you could see. It's almost just as important as the band sometimes. These flyers last longer than 90%, 99% of these bands.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And when you've got someone that actually puts thought into it and thinks, oh, this show's at Atlantic City. What's Atlantic City known for? Casinos, gambling. And the next thing you know, this guy puts the gorilla at a casino table and fucking forget it. It's a home run. That's a classic flyer right there.
For sure. Shout out to them. Shout out to Gorillas, fucking gamblers. Shout out to Degenerate, Jersey Shore. Fucking what's her name? Pookie. What was her name? Yeah, Tookie. What was her name? Yeah, Pookie. Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore. Cookie. Get the fuck. Nookie.
No, it wasn't Snooky.
Snooky. It's all about the Snooky.
It's all about the Snooky.
I won't even front. At one point during pandemic, I think I saw every season till these motherfuckers were on Christmas vacation with their children.
With the Jersey Shore?
Yeah, they went from Jersey to Italy to California. These motherfuckers went everywhere, and I got caught up in that fucking shit, but shout out to you, you Guidos and Guidettes, fucking Jersey Shore. Shout out to Tommy and fucking Ganari and all you Saturn Uranuses in Jersey. But who else we got? Oh, we got some classic shit. I actually didn't know about this till I saw our notes. Our boys, this is our family. There's a lot of history we have right here. Backfire. Backfire from Holland. The last time. This is a previously unreleased 1994 demo, including 4 live tracks from the 96 and previous unpublished photos. Okay, so the demo. For anybody who's not familiar with Backfire, first of all, they're family to us and to a lot of people, and not only that, they're OGs in the Dutch hardcore scene, and not even just Dutch, the European hardcore scene. We toured with them back in the day, and Richie, the original drummer, rest in peace, was a very good friend of ours, and we lost him a bunch of years ago. But forget it, Richie lives, and he's actually was probably one of my first Dutch friends, period, was Richie.
Yeah. Right.
And he barely spoke English at the time and knew, but he loved New York hardcore. He loved playing drums. And I remember he was like a fly motherfucker too. He had swag for a Dutch dude. Shout out to him. But the band was dope. I just saw they released this, and I know they've been playing shows again. Patrick, shout out to Patrick and Weeb. They hit me up, randomly just to keep in touch because that's fam. But I've been seeing they're doing. I guess they're doing some little bit of European dates here and there.
Yeah, they just dropped a new single too on Spotify. Out of the Spotlight, it's called, so you can check that out. And like you said, these dudes, they knew New York hardcore very well. And actually, the first time I went to Europe was with Ragmen. And we got off the plane, went to the show. These were the first batch of dudes I ever met in Europe, were these guys. So like you said, shout out to Weeb, Patrick, those dudes. Shout out to Angel Crew. I don't know if anybody's ever heard Angel Crew. This was another band these guys did, which was phenomenal. But yeah, check out this shit because these dudes are awesome. And it's, very New York rooted stuff done by, old school European dudes that know what's up, and we actually I want to show these pictures only because I love them.
I was just about to say cool. The fucking pictures are dope. I was just about to say that. I'm glad you could show them.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you, like when we say these things, this blood runs deep. So check out some of these pictures. Here's a dope picture of them with AF. I'm not sure what the year is.
Yeah, I could tell you that was one voice tour just for the point. They had shaved their eyebrows. Like, I think they were doing it for bets. Shit. Or like Roger was saying for like, who would shave their head for like $20 or $50. And Stigma would be like, what? Wow. Don't ever test Stigma. Stigma don't give a fuck.
Amazing. And there's another one too. That was a good one. But he has his eyebrow in this other one. So
yeah, I seen one like half the band with no eyebrows. There was a lot of money getting. Oh, there you go. Yeah, because you see, again, that was fam. We would not go to the Netherlands and not see them and not be with them, or they would not travel to wherever they could get to,
Yeah.
So it was always like that with Backfire and Richie. I always think of Richie again. That was my boy, and again, somebody we lost too early, and who was loved by a lot of people, Yep. So but definitely check it out. Cool pictures. Who puts it out? Who's putting this thing out?
I'm not sure who's putting it out. Does it say it on there? Rebellion.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure there's pre-orders going on right now at Cortex. If you hit up Cortex, you can find it over there.
Yeah, definitely. And everybody, make sure to support the show. Hit the link right there. It takes you to the fucking Casa de Rock. If you want to cop a t-shirt, everything goes back into the show. That's how we're doing things. Everything is printed in-house. Right now, we got this. We got a couple of snapbacks, but we got more stuff. But you got to go to the web store. That's how you support. If you don't want to cop a t-shirt or a hat, subscribe, comment, spread the word. We have to step things up, and we're taking this channel to another level, but everything is printed in-house. And listen, we may not be the fastest, but again, there's no robots over here. Everything is done by gorillas. You have gorilla paws touching all packages, number one. And number two, I guarantee you this. No matter if you ever have a problem, we take care of business. Never questions asked. Everybody who knows the deal. And you're supporting a motherfucker who supports the movement. So, again, shout out to everybody who's been fucking copping merch and all that stuff along the way. And who's going to continue to copping. And on that same note, we're about to drop another show I'm really psyched about. again, we're stepping things up and connecting the cultures. We're connecting every culture we could because this thing of ours has way too many branches. But I have a new show I'm about to drop in a couple of weeks called The Heavy Collective. It's for all you cannabis lovers. We basically connect the dots with the best cannabis and the best music in your city. We start off with the first episode will be Denver, Colorado. And let me just tell you, it's off the hook. Really cool show. Next up, we're going to be going in a couple of weeks. We're going to be hitting New York, Rhode Island, and Boston. So keep your ears open. We have that footage. You got any footage? Let's go. Here's a little sample, a little sizzle of the Heavy Collective. So check it out, everybody. This one's for all you smokers and tokers.
Welcome to Smoking Word TV.
You see, it's kind of right at the point of ready to be.
Wow. You guys got a real green thumb.
Yeah. So
That thumb stays green, right? Yeah.
mitigating them as soon as possible.
And is there certain rooms you find sweet spots in a room? Is there such
absolutely,
thing? Yeah.
absolutely.
I was curious because I know in music, in the studio, there's sweet spots in the studio, so I was wondering.
Especially here in the greenhouse.
Yeah, man, I'm really psyched, man. Shout out to Team Denver, my family in Denver, and everybody else involved. We're doing big things over here on freaking Smoking Word TV, but on the real, listen, there's a super plant out there that we used as kids for fun, and now it's curing the motherfucking world. And it's just a fact. We ain't just about, I'm not gonna front and just act like we're on some holistics or whatever the word is. But basically, the show's about celebrating the lifestyle, the plant, the culture, and everything in between. So check that out. The Heavy Collective dropping soon. Playing no games. But what else we got here? What else we got up, Busky?
We have new shit. Gator, we gonna do this drop or are we going into new shit? I don't know. What should we do here?
Oh, well, which one we're doing? Do the new shit and then we'll hit the drop later for with the show drop before
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about this band before. This is a new single that just came out, Richmond, Virginia. Band called Enforced.
Yeah.
And it's on that thrash crossover tip. Let me see what we got here. Let's hit you with a little sampler.
Okay.
Nice.
Boom. Yeah, Century Media. That's dope. And I wanted to say two things that I like already. One, I love that they use the word violence in their fucking titles because they're not scared to use that word where today fucking words seem to fucking make or break everything. And people are scared to use word, to offend anybody when they're just describing a fucking emotion or a feeling. So I'm glad they go straight with it. One, and I love the font they use because it's the font off of one of my favorite metal bands ever, X-Hoarder. So I'm curious if these guys, they must be influenced by them.
I would imagine.
The font was in the style of thrash seems like it had that kind of real chopped up picking that X-Hoarder kind of. It's that NOLA shit, that NOLA water got it. It's just something special about that.
It's that groovy shit, and these guys really have that. And I think that's, for me, why I love them so much personally. And I think that's why it's coming off so well, too, because it's not just straightforward blast. They chop it up. You can bob to it. You can bang your head. You can mosh to it, the whole nine. It's got everything. It's great. It's really good. And this is the first single off of their upcoming record, which will be out in April on Century Media. The record's called War Remains. So again, put this shit on your radar because it's good. And I think this is their second or third record. So you could even go back another couple years if this is your first time hearing them and check out some earlier stuff. And it's all killer. It's all really good.
Yeah, definitely go peep that shit. I actually want to peep more of that shit out too.
Yeah, it's really good. They actually came up through War Records, Andrew from Strife.
Oh, all right.
He's
All
got
right.
that, that little record label. He put out, I think, their first 7-inch or 7 inches or something, or I'm not sure but that's how I came up knowing them was through Andrew's record label. So, they've been around for a minute. You can definitely check out some of the earlier stuff in their last record. And yeah, like I said, it's all great. It's that groovy, fast thrash sort of thing. So peep that shit.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And then we got the OGs. They're back with some fucking.
Yep.
This band was always weird to me, and not weird, just how they were their own thing in
Yeah.
the scene, right? Like it's hard to describe where they fell in because we put, it was like I don't know, they had their own little lane for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yep.
American Nightmare, new single, self-checkout. It's streaming out now. Dedicated to the Next World, out June 2nd, available for pre-order at theheartworm.com. Busky, what do you know about American Nightmare?
Same thing, just that same thing. We used to play a lot with them quite often. And I don't know, man, they came out and they just crushed everybody, and they, like a lot of things, they created their own sort of thing within the hardcore scene. I don't want to compare it to like Into Another because it sounds absolutely nothing like that. But in terms of originality, in terms of just either you like it or you don't, it's that cut and dry. It's that simple. And the people that love it, they absolutely fucking love it. I guess you could put Bane in that category, just those sort of things where these are like very special bands to people,
And they're from Massachusetts, right? Too.
From Massachusetts, right? Yep. And they're all just, I don't know. They're just artistic creators, and you think of there's musicians, there's this, that. I look at these guys in this band as these, it's an artistic expression. They're creators. It's more than just music. I think, the singer Wes is a very poetic guy. He's very good with putting words together. There's an art behind that even, so it's more than just music. There's definitely lyrics in there. There's definitely poetry in there. And I think that's why a lot of people cling to it and relate to it because it's not just, a fast part with a breakdown. There's definitely a lot more to it. Yeah, and it's cool to see them come back. You there?
Is that the cover of the record with the girl on the rocks?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
It's pretty bugged out. Pretty, all that like that. What was that 50s? I would say.
It looks it, sure. Yep.
That's when you were talking artistic. I knew they were, I don't know so much artistic, but they definitely, I guess, how they would fall in their own lane like that.
Yeah.
Like what is it about the mass bands that tend to fall in their own,
yeah, right,
like these in between lanes, like Bane. Shout out to Bane, and they're like, it's crazy. A band like Bane that's been around for 100 years and great dudes. And the same thing with us, who were kind of around simultaneously. We probably played 2 shows together, 3 in our whole lives ever. And they were like in the last couple years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It's so weird how things work sometimes,
Yep. And you know what, you say that, and I'm now going through my head real quickly of Boston bands, and I thought of things like 454 Big Block, totally sounds original.
Yeah.
I think of bands like I don't even Cast Iron Hike. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they were a totally original band from the Boston.
Well, hold on. Are you asking me if I heard of them? I
don't know.
You forgot it. This nigga used to book our shows. What's his name? Freaking shout out to freaking Matt Pike.
Oh yeah, Matt Pike. Also Matt Galley. He was another one.
Cast Iron Pike, Hike, whatever. One of all that. They're all the.
So, and that's just 2 that instantly come to my head. I mean,
for sure.
Think of Eye for an Eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think of that band. You think of all these bands.
I'll tell you what it is. What just popped in my head. What made me think. Because again, for everybody out there, I'm really into the whole deal of this type of music. You know what it is? I think why the artisticness comes out in those bands because the college element of the hardcore up there. There was always a lot of, because the college had a lot to do with it, and you have that artsy thing. New York had some of that too with a lot of old punks or whatever went to NYU. Yep. You know what I mean? There's always also certain reasons. So everybody out there, you see, I discovered another one.
Yeah.
You're welcome, everybody. Yep. You see how that works?
Yeah.
And speaking of girls, I want to shout out my sister. Check this out. She's about to be dropping soon. Check this out for all you, the jamming dame right there. Shout out to Teresa. Listen, this shit is banging. Apple pie jam. This shit is natural. Listen, no machine makes this. This is made by holy hands, you understand? But this is some real shit where it's about to drop. Stay tuned. Remember, everybody, you saw it and heard it here first. I guarantee you. And this shit is made from the best stuff on earth, not Snapple. Fucking a Jam and Dame. Check it out. But on the real, shout out to them. Is the shit up yet, Gator? Oh, they got it on the website? Oh, go get that shit right now. Jam and Dame apple pie jam. I don't know if this is the one I tried, but everything Teresa makes is banging. And now she's doing this. Go blow that shit up, everybody. Yeah. I actually want to try some of that shit right in the morning or something. But all right.
Toast.
Yeah, exactly, man. You get me a little excited on put it on a little pancake, a little multi-grain pancake right there. But all right, what do we got here? We got what else is up? We got And the Hope.
What else do we got?
And the Hope.
End of Hope. Hell yeah. End of Hope, New York City. New stuff from New York City from some older guys. Davey Gunner is the singer of End of Hope. You might recognize his name. He was the singer of Kraut.
Nice guy, man. Good OG and nice dude. Real nice dude, man.
Phenomenal guy. Super cool guy. And that's why people need to support this, because he's a really, really good guy. And
big time.
This is a great band. It sounds like a more heavier sort of Black Flag or that band Blast from California. You know, it's more on that punk, noisier Black Flag tip, but Davey sounds amazing. The band is super cool. And they're just new and refreshing, but it's all there for anybody that's into, underground music to appreciate. So
he's the only guy in from any other band in this one, right?
These guys, I know that these guys were in other bands, but I don't think they were hardcore bands or really from our world. I think they were just, other like noisier bands.
Got you.
But it's very cool. New singles called Seed Indecision. Album will be coming out called Pushback is Strong. And, this is available obviously on Spotify and Bandcamp and all that stuff. So, give it a spin and, support these guys because they're very cool.
Yeah, definitely, man. No, for sure. It's good. Again, I'm really, in a lot of ways, a lot of people there's a lot of complainers out there, but I really seeing things in a cool way where a lot of the OGs that are decided to not just sit back and complain about shit and just keep doing what they do is music.
Yep.
Fucking like the obituary dudes, like these guys, they're making music. Listen, everybody out there, I got a message for everybody out there. Shut the fuck up, make music or support music. How about that? Let's start with that.
Yep.
Then we can take it from there.
It's that simple.
Again, the OGs are starting to little by little pop to show their faces how they should be, how they probably should have been a little bit earlier. Like, look at, we don't need no finger pointers. We need active family members. We don't need nobody, accusing people of this or that. We need people to come break bread together. That's it. You know what I mean? Old, young. So it's good to see the OGs getting together and doing new shit, not just living off some old hype shit.
Yep. And like you said before about Underdog, these guys to me fall in that same sort of category where, this guy's got this name from the singer of Kraut and this and that, and they're not out there trying to get on these big fancy shows. They're opening shows, at Drew Stone's free shows. They're out there grinding. They're starting over. They're starting fresh. They may be old guys, but they're doing the young band grind like every other starting band has to do, so.
Yeah, definitely. Go check them out. Make sure go support them. Again, a lot of new music is out there for everybody to rob and steal for free. So go support the shows by paying for the show, buying a T-shirt, or subscribing to the Hard Corner where you heard about it first. Because this is the spot where the news brings you the news, everybody.
That's right.
And like we said, like we started on the top of the show. Me and Busky, we had a blast at the Hooligan Holiday in Jacksonville. Again, last minute, but we made it happen. I said, let me get a little bit of footage for everybody out there because I know everybody wants to hear that Marauder, that real Marauder shit with Minus. So we got a little taste for you. You're going to have to maybe see if they play again to see them. Maybe we hearing things, maybe not. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there. But we got some footage. Jacksonville, Black and Blue Hooligan Holiday. Hit that shit, Gator. What's up, everybody? You know what time it is. Hoya Rock coming at you. Black and Blue Hooligan Holiday 2023. For the hardcore in the building.
Jacksonville, Florida.
Motherfuckers killed it.
United we stand, divided we fall. You know it. That's the way it goes.
Shout out to everybody who came out. The turnout was off the hook. Jacksonville represented. Shout out to everybody involved. Listen, if you don't know, it was Marauder, the real Marauder, with my brother Minus on vocals. And the band was off the hook. Minus killed it. The club killed it. Everybody who came out and represented. It was one for the history books. We came all the way from South Florida to Jacksonville. Now we back playing no games. Always coming at you with the newest news, where the news brings you the news. Listen, let me just say how much I enjoyed watching that footage. I just want to say, Minus, I love you. KO, I love you.
Yes.
But I couldn't stop smiling watching that whole shit. That shit just had me.
You know what? I'm watching it. I'm like, man, I really can't wait. Hopefully to see that again. I hope they go and do something else somewhere else, because people need to see that, man. You know, Minus is a classic dude. You know, that demo was unfucking believable. It's untouchable. That dude's stage presence was always untouchable.
Yeah.
And totally classic, and he still has it, you know. He might need a little bit more of a puff on that inhaler every once in a while.
Exactly.
But that stage presence, his voice, the band, the whole fucking thing was just amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God, I had a blast. Again, there was some good moments there. You got to see some highlights right there. But again, It was those moments, those high energy moments like that remind you what that band could do. You know what I mean? What that band did, because it has, again, the right backdrop to the band too. You know, Those songs got to be played right. They can't be played okay. A lot of bands in hardcore and punk, you could be, don't got to be. It could, it gives it attitude. Attitude means more than than being technical. Marauder, you got to be technical. But the band had balls. It sounded flavor. Again, it was those. See, KO, I love you. That's all I gotta say. You know, again, so much fun. I think everybody in the place had fun. I don't think I know.
Yeah.
You know, again, it was a really good vibe. And shout out to Jacksonville again. Everybody in Jacksonville. Shout out to Marauder. Shout out to everybody involved. You know, Team Jacksonville. You know what's up. Fucking, but yeah. Hopefully you'll be seeing them soon. I'll leave it like that. But
hopefully.
Yeah, but for sure. But shout out to everybody. Thank you for tuning in and you know, just following the movement. I was in the middle of a move, so we had a couple little hiccups, but we ain't going nowhere. We got a lot more things in store. And we're about to drop. Stay tuned right now. Again, I want to shout out Upstate Records. I want to shout out the fam and Fury of 5. Busky, these motherfuckers are they're on a roll right now. They're murking it and they're grinding. What could I say? Fury of fucking 5 is in the motherfucking building. They got new music. We're about to drop that other single they just dropped. Busky, did you get a chance to hear it?
I did. It's Fury of 5 all the way, man. And that's all I'm going to say is you love Fury, you're going to love this. It's perfect.
Definitely. Shout out to Upstate Records. Shout out to Fury of 5. This is the new fucking single. Shout out to everybody out there supporting the movement. Listen, the spot where the news brings you the news, the hard corner, we ain't going nowhere. We only getting started, everybody. Yes. Busky, we out of here. Everybody, you know the deal. Tap in, subscribe. Let's play that fucking Fury of 5 shit, Gator. Hit them with that shit. Yo, we out of here.
Peace.
If you know, you know. Back with a vengeance, swinging bats. Fuck around and find out. Better watch your front and your back. Fuck around and find out. All the stories true, all 100. Fuck around and find out. Clout chasers become the hunted. Fuck around and find out. Feel the rain of you. Feel the rain. Feel the rain of you. Feel the rain. I'm against whatever or whomever. Fuck around and find out. Inflicted pain is our pleasure. Fuck around and find out. Talking reckless, jaws get broke. Fuck around and find out. Calling out the world who wants smoke. Fuck around and find out. Feel the rain of you. Feel the rain. Feel the rain of you. Feel the rain. Yeah, we always knew we were ahead of our time. Now we're the darkness come to kill your shine. Rest in peace, positive vibes. Let's go. 1, 2, Fury coming for you. 3, 4, we hard to the core. 5, 6, we still lunatics. 7, 8, you know the state. 9, 10, we got the heart of a lion. Heart of a lion. Heart of a lion. Fucked up fame, still the same. Out your mouth, keep pounding. Fucked up fame, still the same. Disrespect and feel the rain. Feel the rain of you. Feel the rain. Feel the rain of you. Feel the rain. Back with a vengeance, swinging bats. Fuck around and find out. Better watch your front and your back. Fuck around and find out. All the stories true, all 100. Fuck around and find out. Clout chasers become the hunted. Fuck around and find out. If you know, you know. If you don't pull up,